You're still watching Ways Now. The International Day of Action for Rivers is celebrated every year on the 14th of March to raise awareness about the value and importance of rivers. It also brings people from across the world to discuss and spread awareness about conserving rivers, river management, pollution, and equitable access to clean and flowing water. Now, according to International Rivers Organization, the International Day of Action for Rivers is a day dedicated to solidarity when diverse communities around the world come together with one voice to say that rivers matter. Now, the day raises and spreads awareness about how rivers sustain our lives. It also focuses on restoring and maintaining rivers, as well as on freshwater ecosystem as a source of clean water for irrigation and drinking. So, International Day of Action for Rivers.
It's
very,
a good
very
one,
important.
Actually. Very good, because I mean, we have communities where in Africa where we still have the spread of cholera and some of these diseases, waterborne diseases, and it's because of things like this that awareness is being created, that people need to know how important it is to keep our rivers clean. Mm-hmm. I remember when we were growing up, when we used to go back to the village, and then we'd have some kind of excursion and go to the
swim in the
stream.
river.
Well, I didn't swim because I didn't know how to swim, but we'd just go and play with the water. The free flow of that water, you could see people, they were washing clothes, fetching water. So, I mean, you can't cooking, cleaning, and all of that. You can't overemphasize the importance of water as it is. So it's also important that people are aware that they need to keep the river banks clean, because that can be a home for diseases to thrive.
So many things.
So it's very important.
Especially in Africa, when the river is not flowing, that's where you get to see a pool of, what's it called?
Mosquitoes breeding.
Just
and
like
all
when
of
you
that.
have your gutters clogged, mosquitoes and all
Even
of that.
worms, tapeworm, all of some of those.
So I mean, again, this is just to bring to the consciousness of people. Like, I cringe. I'd rather have my car to be really dirty. Like inside my car.
When they throw things
out. Like you take a pet bottle, you take a canned drink, and the next thing just go, the way the thing,
the snacks and things. It has become
it's like
really
a norm.
Terrible. As
it's
if people are
and
not
all
clean.
these things find their way to the ocean.
Of course. The drainages are blocked, and all of that flows right into the ocean. So the rivers and the oceans.
We need to be very conscious of, those things that you think don't matter. If something should go wrong, you would now know how important those things are.
They say it doesn't matter, matters a lot.
Yes, so absolutely. All right, so what did you find for us in the news?
All right, so my news has to do with breastfeeding. I don't know why. Maybe in the spirit of Women's
Are you sure something's not
Month.
calling
No. It's calling for other people. So breastfeeding, UNICEF and World Health Organization advocate end to promotion of infant formula. So it said that the World Health Organization and the United Nations Children's Fund has called for an end to the promotion of infant formula for producers and health workers. In a joint statement made available on Monday, the organizations decried the adoption of infant formula over breastfeeding by nursing mothers. The statement was based on a report which showed that over 1/3 of Nigerian pregnant women said they received a recommendation to formula feed their children through a health professional. So it said that most of the health professionals are advising mothers, nursing mothers, to breastfeed their children. No, not to breastfeed their children, to actually use formula, because they're trying to promote some of these brands all over the place. But World Health Organization and UNICEF has taken it up to say it's still very important that infant children get most of their nourishment from breastfeeding, and they're encouraging mothers to ensure that they are not gullible to just brands who are trying to promote their products and give the infants what is necessary for them to have.
It is well. So, Abba Kyari. There was a hearing in court, I think, today.
Yeah.
And as it was, I think that when the judge had pronounced that they take them back into custody, the NDLA officials, a woman identified as his wife, Ramatu, she slumped to the ground, and shortly after that, they had to whisk her away, and that delayed the movement and the conveying of the people back to the NDLEA coffers, their custody, right? You know, everybody knows that Abba Kyari has been linked to drug, what's it called? Drug-related crimes. And so this drama that just happened is coming off of the back of the hearing that was supposed to have happened today in court. So I like what is going on, that we're beginning to understand that, first of all, that quote that Abacha had said, that if crime stays beyond 24 hours, you should just know clearly that the government has a hand in it. And the government, of course, police is also a representative of the government, right? Yesterday, Uti had sent me this story, and I wanted to link it up to this Abba Kyari story so that we understand the gravity of where we are when it comes to drugs and crime in this country. So the particular general overseer of a church, I think, what's the name of this church now? It's called Christ Living Hope Church. That's Reverend Ugochukwu Emmanuel Ekwem, I think that's his name, was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed Airport. He was carrying 54 sticks of wrapped drugs that was wrapped around his body. He was going for a 3 weeks, that's the part that just cracked me up, a 3 weeks crusade in Nairobi, Kenya. So the crusade is distributing drug, part of your crusade now. So this popular preacher who has his church headquarters in Magbakwe Road or something, Akwa North in Anambra State, two of the branches in Lagos and Abuja, was arrested, you know, during the outward clearance of passengers on Ethiopian Airlines flight to Nairobi. In the statement by the spokesman, the general overseer arrested with the drugs at the airport, and the NDLEA said that when the drugs were tested, 54 sticks proved positive to cannabis.
Wow.
Now, according to the statement, the clergyman confessed during a preliminary interview that he packed that quantity of illicit substance on his body to use during his 3 weeks crusade in Kenya.
So he himself is a drug addict, or supposedly a drug addict as well.
Oh my God.
It's interesting.
On that same day, another passenger was arrested who arrived at the airport, the Ethiopian airline from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And that one was carrying cocaine, about 40 parcels of cocaine concealed inside a bottle of cream with gross weight about 9.7 kg. 3 days later, that is Wednesday, 9th of March, another passenger on the Ethiopian flight I think that flight is known for drug peddlers. This one is Mr. Edo Blessing, was intercepted at the departure hall with about 2,090 tablets of tramadol and flonizepam, or whatever it is the name of the drug is. Bottom line is, drug is a big deal. And now when we're seeing things like this Abba Kyari's story, and you know, it tells you that, first of all, it is not the poor people that are peddling drugs. So you need to understand that a lot of big names will go down when you want to really fight this influx of drug that we have seen in our country. So I'm happy that things like this are happening. We're hoping that Abba Kyari's wife get better. I hear she was asthmatic, so it was like an attack, you know, when she slumped. When she slumped. In fact, the headline was so sensational. I said when she saw 4.2 billion that was traced to her husband's account, almost the babe faint. So is she fainting because she didn't know that kind of amount was in or is she fainting for other reasons best known to her?
Maybe the fact that he won't be released on bail that day too. was
Well, whoever is
that's
doing
another
crime
option.
right now, don't think that the hand of the law will not get to you. So let us just be guided.
It is sad that we are in this state in Nigeria now where in fact, before you started, I was saying it seems like it's only bad news that's the worst of news that we hear these days.
As well. All right, so on that note, we'll take a break now. When we come back from the break, we want to discuss the Electoral Amendment Act, right, and the impact on governance and the elections. Stay with us. We'll be right back.